I wonder if you'll ever have. Um, I wonder if you'll ever know how much fun. That's what I'm trying to say. How much fun I have putting together coffee and headlines. It is so much fun to come up with stories this morning and to read your comments, and I just love it. This is Thursday, July 6th. Here we are again. This is Coffee and Headlines. It's a pleasure to see you. I see that my cheeks are getting bigger. I need to start doing exercise. But I'm not going to worry about that because we are broadcasting. This is our morning get together. Oh, stop it. I have to. Okay, I will start with the most embarrassing story, and this has to do with my birthday. You know, I I don't worry too much about my age. I know that the number is really important to some people, and some people are not happy with knowing that they reach a certain age. This has never been an issue for me, but I don't know how I track time or don't track time because at some point I decided that I was 62 and that I'm turning 63 this year. And I had lunch with a friend yesterday who asked me, how old am I? And I said, well, I was born in 1962, so I'm 62. And things didn't add up. So I came home and I asked the computer, okay, computer, if I was born in 1962, how old am I going to be this year? And it turns out I'm only going to be 61. Like, it was just last year that I was getting giddy about the fact that I could have access to senior tickets on ETN. Where I came up with the idea that I was older than I am, I have no idea. So my age is that important, or in this case, that unimportant to me. But yes, the countdown to Paco's official birthday begins when I'm going to be turning 61, according to the computer. But enough about me. This is not about me. This is about you guys and getting together every morning. So as always, I welcome you this morning. And if you're watching live for the first time and you would like to let us know, um, just let us know. Write the word new, and we'll be so very happy to give you a nice welcome. If you're celebrating something special like a birthday or anything, let us know. Let us be part of your life because we love it when you give us a glimpse as to how you live and what you do and what keeps you busy. That's what Coffee and Headlines is about. And of course, if you have something truly important that you wish to share, you want to add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment. And hopefully, with that, we won't miss it during the broadcast and we'll be happy to comment accordingly. Today, we start with good news that are kind of comforting, I suppose, only to an extent. It has come to light that Comisión Federal de Electricidad, the electrical company, did have the proper environmental permits to chop down trees within their Cinco de Diciembre facility. Of course, the company is still responsible for replacing the trees according to the requirements established by law. And unfortunately, the more trees are removed from our surroundings, the more the temperature increases. This is something I read that makes perfect sense. If you remove um, the trees are not able to control temperature in the surroundings. So hopefully the CFE will know what they're doing. The the National Water Commission, along with the National Weather System, have announced the formation of a new tropical depression that could turn into Calvin, our third hurricane of the season. At this time, however, the forecast is not precise, but the tropical depression could turn into a hurricane near the coast of Guerrero and Michoacan by the weekend. So we'll keep an eye on this one tomorrow and the day after. Noticias PV warns of the fact that the lights that run along the Pitillal Riverside Walkway around Soriana are not working. Therefore, it is probably not advisable to walk through the area at night given the recent series of muggings that have taken place there. What am I talking about? Well, I don't like to report that kind of news here, but do know that as much as we love that walkway and as much as a lot of people take advantage of it during the daytime to exercise and whatnot, there have been incidents. So all I can say is just be careful. Just be careful out there. If you are walking, try not to walk by yourself. If you are jogging, make sure that you can jog really fast. There was an unfortunate incident not too long ago of a woman that was chased by a guy riding a motorcycle within the walkway, and unfortunately, there was no police to help her out in this turmoil. So it happens, unfortunately. It happens in Puerto Vallarta. It happens anywhere. Just be careful out there. Moving right along, Ceapal has a water well not far from my home in Colonia Gaviotas, just on the other side of Calle Viena. And the other day I noticed some work going on there. Now I can confirm that they are indeed digging deeper to help offset the water shortage that is affecting the city. The digging will continue until July 23rd, at which time the new capacity of the well will be determined. All we can hope is that it will contribute to the betterment of the water supply system all around. The Puerto Vallarta Tourism Bureau has announced a new flight from Las Vegas. Yay! This is going to be operated by Alaska Airlines. The flight will be operating only during the winter and spring months, starting on December 14 and continuing until April 9 of next year. So if you're looking for a good deal in the wintertime to come and go, maybe check on Alaska to see if they have any interesting deals. And in domestic airline news, apparently the federal government is now desisting on purchasing Mexicana, which is an airline that ceased operations a few years ago because the negotiations with former employees have stalled. The government has now registered the brand Maya, Aerolínea Maya, and this will apparently be the name of the new military-run airline that we've mentioned in the past. As much as we would have liked to, said President López Obrador, it is not advisable to purchase a brand in turmoil. The new airline is expected to start operating in December. And now let us take a quick look at Chachalacas in the house. Awesome. Let's take a look at the weather forecast. See, this is what happens when I glance at the comments while I'm doing other things. I get distracted. Let's look at the weather forecast. Our weather forecast is Facebook saving the world from Twitter is a future nobody asked for. Oh, we can comment on that. And I saw somebody asking a specific question about that. I will answer in a second. But first, it is 29 degrees, feels like 37. Humidity is at 79%. And our numbers in Fahrenheit are 85 degrees Fahrenheit at present time. Our weather forecast for today says it's going to be mostly cloudy in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, chance of rain of 57%, and a high of 33 and a low of 26. Tomorrow, Friday, thunderstorms throughout the day, rainfall about around a 5 millimeter, which I suppose is a lot of rain. I'm not sure that I know my rainfall millimeters, but I do see a chance of rain of 69% for tomorrow, a high of 33 and a low of 26. And then, of course, Saturday, it will be a partly cloudy sky day in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 86%, a high of 33, and a low of 25, not 26, 25. And now let me share a couple of other nuggets that I found. Oh, yes, 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 yes. It's been a while since we featured a new lord or lady here at Coffee and Headlines. And of course, if you need a refresher on lords or ladies, north of the border, they are called Karens. Here in Mexico, we don't choose to home in on a specific name. Rather, whenever we encounter any individual that feels like he or she is above everybody else, we call them Lord or Lady when they behave badly in public. I mean, if you feel like you're better than anybody else in private, that's your business. But when you get ugly in public in Mexico, if you're a man, you're a Lord something. If you're a woman, you are a lady something. So with that said, I give you, oh my God, Lady Aeropuerto or Lady Airport. This woman who has already been identified and arrested went nuts at a Mexico City International Airport Volaris counter when she attempted to check in with a ticket she had purchased through a travel agency. And the person at the counter told her, we're sorry, ma'am, we don't have your ticket in the system. And when the employee told her to go contact the travel agency because the airline couldn't do anything about it, she went totally ballistic. I mean, she went over the counter, grabbed computers, terminals, telephones, other equipment, and just smashed it on the floor. It was really ugly. There's a video on the article that I'm going to reference, and it made my stomach churn. So we're not going to feature it here. Don't be a lord or a lady, or if you're going to be a lord or a lady, just do so in private. Now, moving along, I always get really happy when I see a local nonprofit up their game with new promotional strategies or tools. In this case, I was pleasantly surprised to receive the Puerto Vallarta Gaymen's Chorus brand spanking new newsletter in my inbox.
Woot woot! Almost done.
Yes, that's right. So I got this beautiful newsletter, and you can get it too if you'd like to find out what the men's chorus is up to. If that is the case, there is a link at the bottom of the newsletter that you can follow in order to contact the organization and ask to be added to their mailing list. Why are mailing lists awesome? Because it's a great way to communicate longer content with the audience that you've already captured, or your captive audience. In this case, the Gaymen's Chorus is using their newsletter to highlight some of their accomplishment and also to share some of their plans for the future. It takes a while to build a newsletter mailing list, but it really pays off. So good luck to the Men's Chorus with this pursuit. Ask and you shall receive. Oh, actually, before we go there, speaking of newsletters and things like that, we had a really wonderful time with our last Promo Prodigy workshop that we did, trying to help local nonprofits and small organizations, small businesses, independent artists to amplify their message online whenever they are creating new events. And Promo Prodigy is coming back in August. We're going to do it again. I haven't put up the calendar notice yet, but it's coming sometime before the week is over. Yay. I just thought I'd let you know. And now, ask and you shall receive. Yesterday, I published an article on Buy Me a Coffee for members only on how to make happy brownies. Somebody asked how I make them, so I published my entire method. If you went and saw it after I published it, please know that I added more information to it this morning. It occurred to me that I failed to mention that with the amount of oil that you make, if you make one batch of brownies, you're going to end up with a lot of happy oil. So I added more information on how to store your oil properly, or heaven forbid, how to use the oil to cook other things like chilaquiles, or maybe add a few drops to your nighttime tea or things like that. So I will leave the link in the show notes in case you want to be as happy as I am. Anyhow, it's time for chit chat. Yes, let's make this happen. Let me rewind all your comments and see what everybody is up to on this nice, warm, schwitzy Thursday. Good afternoon, David. David from Boston is the only person that we say hello to with a good afternoon. Everybody else is watching from morning time zones like Sue and Claude, my baby Claude. I love you, Claude. And Albert, my baby, you're all my babies. Albert, good morning. Karen, good morning. Kathleen, Mark, Claude, where are you going, Mark? I know we wanted to know. Mark is at the airport after the show. And hello, Renee. It's great to see you. And Brian, my dear next door neighbor. Yes, I want to go swimming with you, but I'm going nuts with work this week. Let's see. Oh, how yummy. Crystal Ball says Chinese food. My crystal ball sometimes gives me that or pizza. Let's see what else we have. Yeah. And I look in my 50s. Oh, Claude. Mwah. Thank you. Oh, how wonderful. Alan says 15 weeks, 5 days to PV. I love it when you count. Let's see. Julia says the only alternative to not aging is leaving this earth. I am happy with my age. That makes two of us. Yay. Let's see what. Oh, there's a Q. Awesome. I read from David, coming tomorrow to celebrate my husband and mine 35th wedding anniversary, still in love. Oh, how wonderful, David. That is a nice milestone. Congratulations on your marriage. Yay. And there's another Q. This is the Q that I saw earlier today. Are you going to open an account on Threads? Threads is the Instagram version of Twitter. Yes, yesterday it was announced that Mark Zuckerberg has released their new Twitter-like application. I downloaded it to my iPad and my iPhone. I may be curious enough to open it over the weekend. I noticed that I can just log in using my Instagram account, and my Instagram account I haven't used in forever, so it's just sitting there dormant. I have a Twitter account that I don't ever use unless I want to look at kinky content. Kinky content that is published by horizontal pleasure counselors. So I don't use Twitter. Will I use Threads? I don't know. If it sticks and it becomes an important window through which one can throw out information to the world, yes, I will probably use it, but I am not on a rush. I did read this morning that a bunch of people have downloaded it, and we'll just have to wait and see. Let's see what else we have. Huevos Diaz, Guadalajara cluster in the house, says Luisa. Luisa and Lucas. Luisa and Luke are wonderful friends formerly from Puerto Vallarta that now live in Guadalajara. It is great to see you, my dear friend, and I'm happy to know that I'll be hugging you soon. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, a big Q. My birthday day is on the 12th. This is the most happy time of life. Being classified in the senior citizen age group just qualifies me for appreciated benefits. Hope you are also happy in your senior citizen years, Paco, and all. Your contributions with this program is a blessing to many clusterers. Well, thank you very much for that, Brian. Spencer. You remind me of a friend named Brian. That's why I called you Brian, but I didn't mean to. I am quite happy with my age, and I am quite grateful to have a purpose and to be of service, and to be of service to you who watch every single day brings me so much joy. Although some days are challenging, sometimes your comments are difficult to hear. But any job, any experience is bound to have its ups and downs. So I am happy, and I'm happy that you are. And yes, you are right. There are some nice benefits. I love my bus benefit. Being able to travel to Guadalajara for half the price makes a big difference for me. Love it, love it. Let's see what else we have. Oh no! I have never had a happy brownie. Time to experiment. All I can say, Luisa, or anyone that comes close with CBD or CXYZ or whatever happy products that come your way, don't go there if you are not with company that you know and trust. That's all I can suggest, because you'll feel more comforted by going with someone that will hold your hand and that has experience knowing the effects of these things. So that's all I can mention to that effect. And I think that brings us to the end of today. Yes. Oh, I have to acknowledge this one because Lucas is coming back home in 13 days. Claude, I am so happy for you both. And Lucas, if you are watching from Canada, please know that we miss you. I miss you, and I look forward to your return. And this brings us to the end of today's broadcast. It's going to be a busy day for me. I hope you have an amazing day today. As always, I remind you that we are here thanks to your wonderful and kind contributions, your memberships, your support, your word of mouth. It is all so important to us, and I'm grateful for that. Have a great Thursday, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.